Hello everyone, welcome to HE Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about a main topic, that is how to reduce construction cost of the building. And well, before starting this video, I would like to request you to please like this video, share it with your friends and family members, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now without any further delay, let's start our video. Point number one is to choose the plot wisely. The cost of the land is one of the first expenses when it comes to building your property. If you are looking to buy a property, choose an area with potential for development in the future so that the cost of the land appreciates with time. And secondly, choose a plot that is on the same level with respect to the road level, but not to the lower from the road level, so that you do not need to make unnecessary expenses for filling materials. The next point is, if you choose a plot with no road to bring construction material, then total construction cost of your house will increase from at least 10 to 12%. So at least a mini lorry should reach your plot. And another point is that while buying a plot, you should know if it is agricultural land or old paddy field land or a land with strong soil. If the clay is present beneath the soil, then homes will with normal foundation won't be sufficient. That is, it won't stay longer time. So basement strengthening cost will also add extra cost to your budget. So it is better to do soil test before starting of your project. Then point 2 is about choosing of construction material. There are many ways in which you can save the cost of your building. First, for instance, go for locally available material like brick, cement, tiles, paint, etc. Second, invest on the product which will give you low maintenance cost in future. Third, purchase of materials in bulk and negotiate for a reasonable price. If you purchase the material in the bulk manner, then there will be less expenditure regarding construction material, because the dealer will give you more discount as you purchase more amount of material. Then point number 3 is preparing structural drawing for the house is very essential. The majority of people ignore this and they don't even consider to get structural drawing of the building, but they just used to think about the only architectural drawings. That structural drawing is all about the drawing will contain the detailed requirement of the structural member in terms with the required thickness, required steel of foundation, column, beam, slab thickness, etc., which will give the which will be calculated and given by the structural engineer. So it is very important to hire a structural engineer who can make your building economical, because let me share you my experience that once I got a structural drawing from an architect of a residential building project to just cross check the given drawing. On studying the drawing, I was shocked, and immediately I called that architect and asked him that is that drawing is designed by structural engineer. And I told him that being a civil engineer, I can understand that the drawing given will make building uneconomical, because the beam section and the steel rods were given too high than required. So we had given the same work to the another structural engineer. He redesigned that same project drawing and gave economical design. At that time, I came to know that we should hire a structural engineer who can calculate the structural design economically, because nowadays there are many app and software which can show which are showing high steel quantity and slab thickness, beam thickness, though it is much safer than from record for the building, but it is uneconomical. And from the structural drawing, how much amount of steel rod, sand, cement, bricks will be required, we can calculate it in advance. And if it is done accurately, then there is chances of saving of lots of money. Then point number 4 is to use modern technologies. There are many methods are available for making partitions. Either it is a brick wall, concrete block wall, lightweight partition wall, wooden wall, or whatever it is, etc. When it comes to building your own home or office, please do not shy away from using these new technologies that you can save a lot of money and time. You can watch my previous video where I have taken a topic on Aerocon wall partition. I am sure it will be very beneficial for you. Then point number 5 is about saving in machinery cost. Construction machineries are always held on a rental basis, and their cost is too high. So try to take maximum advantage of the construction machinery in a calculated way by which the construction cost can be saved. Then point number 6 is about maintaining wall and columns under proper plumb. Maintaining proper plumb of walls will make your plastering thickness less compared to the non-properly plumbed wall. And also during the centering of roof slab, make sure proper level of centering material while concreting, because during the ceiling plaster we can maintain the 12 to 15 mm plastering thickness for ceiling as per the standard, because increasing in plastering thickness will increase the quantity of sand, cement and labor, which will also a main reason of escalation in the budget. To watch more about the ceiling plaster, watch my previous video. In this video I have explained about the ceiling plaster with complete detail. Then point number 7 is do not make changes after construction starts. Sometimes people approve one plan before construction, and during the construction they suddenly change their plan, and this is one of the main reason which again increases the construction cost. And try to avoid this thing unless otherwise it is very necessary. Then point number 8 is about saving in labor cost. Labor cost is also a large part of construction budget which cannot be cut so easily. But try to calculate the work in hours, that how much labor and how much time will be required to finish the work. In this way you can save your cost by estimated in the labor cost. Otherwise the labor will work according to their time, and you have to expense more. And also I would like to suggest you to engage special gang laborers to lift the materials, to lift the construction material like sand, bricks, etc. To the particular floor or place, instead of using the same working laborers from your site. Let me share you my experience. Earlier in my site I had deployed same working labor mason for lifting materials with the help of mini crane, and the mason labor had consumed more time which is already lost for me. And also crane motor got repaired 2 times, which costed me around 6,000. So to avoid this loss, in other side I had deployed separate gang labor to lift and shift the material. That is, for lifting M sand to the first floor, rupees 600 per unit, and for second floor it is 900, and for third floor it is around 1200. I will pay them immediately after the lift and shift the material. In this method I got more benefited, that is, no worry about working mason labor delay, and no crane maintenance, etc. And point number 9 is about hiring qualified and experienced professionals. Whether you are looking for a construction contractor or architect or interior designer, it is always a good idea to hire a qualified and experienced professionals who have been in the business for a long time, with thoroughly skilled and to have knowledge of the best and the latest practices in the market. And that's all for today's video. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and family members. And if you want me to take any topic regarding construction, then please mention it in comment box below. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.